The morning sun gleams off the Titanic's colossal hull, painting the calm harbor waters in gold and silver. Crew members move briskly across the decks, checking ropes, inspecting lifeboats, and shouting instructions with precision. Seagulls cry overhead, their calls mixing with the steady hum of the steam engines. Families embrace tightly, waving small flags and calling out to loved ones boarding the ship. Children stare wide-eyed at the massive funnels, imagining the adventure ahead. Steam rises from the chimneys, twisting into the crisp air, while the gentle sway of the ship hints at the journey to come. Merchants shout last-minute deals, luggage is hoisted aboard, and the band plays a cheerful tune that drifts through the morning air. The dock is alive with energy, anticipation, and the quiet thrill of the unknown.
Passengers of all classes step aboard the Titanic, each carrying dreams of adventure. First-class travelers glide up the gangplank in flowing gowns and tailored suits, exchanging polite nods and laughter. Second-class passengers walk more casually, chatting and pointing at the distant horizon. Third-class families cling to children and bundles, excitement mixed with nervous uncertainty. Officers check tickets, direct the crowds, and offer reassuring words. The band continues to play a lively tune, lifting spirits, while sailors secure ropes and inspect lifeboats. The air is filled with anticipation, curiosity, and the first whispers of the ocean journey that awaits them.
Inside the Titanic, first-class passengers indulge in unparalleled luxury. The grand dining saloon sparkles with crystal chandeliers, polished wood, and gleaming silverware. Gentlemen converse over cigars, ladies sip tea, and laughter echoes softly across the room. Musicians play soft waltzes in the corner, their notes floating in the air. Valets and stewards attend to every detail, ensuring comfort and elegance. Conversations range from polite banter to discussions of business and society, all under a golden glow. The atmosphere is calm, refined, and alive with the quiet elegance of a moving palace at sea.
On the upper decks, second-class passengers stroll leisurely, enjoying the fresh sea breeze. They point to distant clouds and laugh at children chasing each other along the railing. Third-class families gather in small groups, sharing stories from home, singing quietly, and tending to young children. Laundry flutters on lines, and simple games bring laughter and camaraderie. The ship hums beneath their feet, a living vessel carrying dreams across the vast Atlantic as the sun begins its slow descent toward evening.
As night falls, the Titanic glows warmly under electric lights. First-class couples glide gracefully across the dance floor, their gowns and suits reflecting the shimmering chandeliers. Crew members quietly prepare cabins, adjusting sheets and tidying rooms. Passengers lean over railings, staring at the endless dark ocean, stars mirrored on the water's surface. Music and laughter mingle with the gentle hum of the engines, creating a serene, magical atmosphere. The night carries a calm sense of anticipation, completely unaware of the disaster lurking ahead. The night is eerily quiet as the Titanic glides across the dark Atlantic. Moonlight reflects softly on gentle waves, and stars twinkle overhead, mirrored in the vast, calm sea. Some passengers stroll quietly on deck, enjoying the cool breeze, while others sleep in their cabins, unaware of the danger approaching. The distant hum of the engines is the only sound, masking the iceberg lurking in the shadows. Every ripple in the water seems innocent,
concealing the looming catastrophe.
A lookout cries, "Iceberg ahead!" Chaos erupts instantly. Passengers awaken, alarms spreading through cabins and corridors. Officers shout orders as the Titanic shudders violently, the bow scraping against the massive ice. A grinding roar of metal echoes through the ship. Water begins seeping into the lower compartments, cold dread creeping through every deck. Crew rushes to assess damage while passengers clutch loved ones, terror replacing excitement in an instant.
Fear spreads rapidly through cabins and hallways. Families cling together, wide-eyed and trembling. Crew members move frantically, trying to maintain order, shouting instructions and calming panicked passengers. Slowly, the horrifying truth sinks in. This is no minor accident. The Titanic, deemed unsinkable, faces an unimaginable disaster. Anxiety and terror ripple through the ship, reaching every passenger, from first class to third class.
Crew members hurry to ready the lifeboats. Women and children are prioritized as passengers clutch small bundles, trembling with fear. Some cry openly, others are frozen in disbelief. The icy water glimmers in the moonlight, contrasting with the chaos on deck. Officers shout instructions over the panic, while sailors check ropes and lower the lifeboats carefully. The air is thick with desperation, fear, and the faint hope of survival.
Crowds surge toward the lifeboats, pushing, shouting, and clinging to loved ones. Children scream while parents pray silently. Wet decks cause slips and falls, adding to the confusion. The ship tilts slightly, water creeping closer to the upper decks. Splashes, shouted commands, and frantic cries fill the air, a chaotic symphony of fear. Courage and terror intertwine as passengers fight to survive the unfolding nightmare.
Lifeboats drift slowly into the cold darkness, carrying small groups of survivors. Passengers huddled together, some sobbing, others whispering prayers. Lanterns cast soft glows, highlighting faces etched with fear and determination. Each boat is a fragile sanctuary amid the vast, icy Atlantic, while the Titanic looms ominously, slowly succumbing to the ocean's pull. The bow of the Titanic gradually disappears beneath the waves. Water rushes violently into the compartments, metal groaning and twisting under pressure. Passengers cling desperately to rails, ropes, and floating debris. The icy sea crashes over the decks, washing away belongings. Fear and despair echo across the ship as reality sets in. The grand vessel is sinking. The stern rises dramatically into the night sky, twisting against the pull of the ocean. Lifeboats drift farther away, carrying the fortunate few. Electrical sparks flicker from failing systems, casting eerie shadows across terrified faces. The ship groans and creaks, tilting more sharply as panic spreads. Each heartbeat feels stretched, every second a desperate fight against the inevitable.
The Titanic finally breaks apart and sinks into the icy darkness. Only fragments of the mighty ship remain above water. Survivors cling to floating debris, trembling and exhausted. Slowly, silence falls, broken only by distant cries and the gentle lapping of cold waves. Stars above bear witness to the immense human tragedy, a testament to both ambition and fragility.
Lifeboats float under a starry sky, carrying exhausted and grieving survivors. Some huddled together for warmth. Others stare silently at the endless dark waves. The distant lights of a rescue ship offer hope and salvation. Stories are whispered, hands held tightly, tears shed quietly. The Titanic rests beneath the ocean, a silent monument to human ambition, courage, and tragedy. The sea is calm once more, but the memory of that night will never fade, etched forever in the hearts of those who survived.